I'd like to share with you a client insight from a recent session. The client said the real problem is how I'm interpreting everything and the stories that I'm telling myself. And it's so true, isn't it? Things happen in life and we give them a meaning. We interpret them, we put a label on them, we give them a story. And if you're caught in a negative spiral, it'll be a negative story about how useless you are, or how you've done something wrong, or how other people are so much better. So you really want to watch out for those negative stories, and if you're struggling to let go of them, please do reach out. And like my client did, you can learn how to let go of those really fast. Ever feel like your boss is treating you like a child? I had a client who was going through the same thing. It's like, oh my God, I'm not a child. It's like they're my parent. When that happens, it's very easy to get triggered, isn't it? So what you need to do is step into a different role. So if you look at transactional analysis, there's 3 different roles. There's parent, there's adult, and there's child. Now, if somebody behaves like a parent, the natural response to that is to go into child mode. If somebody behaves like an adult, the natural response to that actually is to behave like an adult. So if somebody starts parenting you, don't go into child, and certainly don't try and parent them back because you'll end up clashing. Go into your adult mode and you'll find it makes a big difference in the way that they treat you. So if you'd like some help with communication, please do get in touch. My name's Fiona and I love helping people to communicate better in the workplace and to be much stronger leaders. Do you worry that when you're presenting, you're going to get stuck, you're going to freeze, you're not going to know what to say next? It's a really common problem, so here's a little trick that you can use. When you get stuck, repeat the last thing that you said. Repeat the last thing that you said. It does a couple of things. Number one is it gets you back on track because it gives your subconscious time to catch up with yourself, and it helps you kind of work out where you need to go. It gives you a little bit of breathing space. But the second thing that it does, which is really cool, is it makes you look more authoritative when you repeat things. It makes you look more authoritative when you repeat things. Sometimes when you're presenting, you do need to get a little bit more time. You may need to check your notes or your phone or in with someone. So try using a back pocket reflection. It's a pre-written down question. It might sound like this. I think this is now a good time to pause in the presentation and for you to reflect on something we've discussed and how it might affect, and then you put in you or your team or your budget or your life. And if you need even more time, suggest that they then share their reflection with the person sitting next to them. If you're an ADHD leader, it can be so frustrating when you ask somebody a question and they take forever to answer it. But it's really important that you don't put people under pressure, and you may do it not just through your words, but actually through your body language as well. And when they're under pressure, what happens is they feel like they have to give you an answer quickly, they tell you what you want to hear, rather than giving you an informed and well thought out response, which might be what you need to hear. So next time somebody's being really slow, just remember, it's a great opportunity to practice listening. Timing really is everything for leaders, particularly ADHD ones. And I was working with a client the other day who was struggling because often he wanted to raise a point, to ask people to take action, and it wasn't working. And here's the thing. Before you give people feedback or ask them to do something, check in with how they're feeling. Are they tired, stressed, distracted? Because if so, it might be better to wait until a better time. So next time you want to ask somebody to do something or give them some feedback, just pause and ask yourself, how are they feeling? And is this the right moment? Not just for me, but for them. Who said a good leader does not want to be right, they want to know they are right? It was John Cleese in his autobiography, and it's so important for leaders because if you want to be right, you're being driven by your ego. That's not so good. But if you want to know you're right, you're being driven by a desire for insight, for clarity, for good judgment, and that makes all the difference. So next time, don't seek to be right, seek to understand. I agree with John Cleese when he says your thoughts follow your mood. But your mood can also follow your thoughts. And when you change the way that you look at things, the things you look at change, and then the way you feel about them changes too. So it goes both ways. Your mood can follow your thoughts, and your thoughts can follow your mood.